This is the Washington Times front page for Tuesday, December 26th, 2023. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Threats against federal judges have nearly doubled over a 3-year period, and court watchers say heated political rhetoric is contributing to a hostile environment. Alex Swoyer reports the number of threats against judges climbed from 178 in 2019 to 311 in 2022, according to a report from Bloomberg Law, citing data from the U.S. Marshals Service. There were 280 such threats in the first 3 months of 2023. Court watchers say partisan verbal and online attacks among politicians have spurred the uptick in threats against the judiciary. President Biden promised to restore White House relations with the press, but he's again skipping a traditional end-of-year presidential press conference. White House correspondent Jeff Murdoch reports former President Trump was the first to abandon the practice. The year-end press conference was a staple of past presidents who viewed it for decades as an opportunity to tout their accomplishments to the American people. But White House officials have said they are trying to keep the president from unscripted exchanges that have often resulted in missteps or gaffes. They say Biden is trying to go around the traditional news media so his message isn't filtered by reporters. Stephen Dinan looks at how Central and South American migrants coming to the United States could affect greenhouse gas emissions. Some analysts say migration not only raises the overall carbon footprint, but it also makes it tougher for the U.S. to achieve its own emissions reduction targets. The latest research from the Center for Immigration Studies shows the U.S. has netted 4.5 million new immigrants since the beginning of 2020, pushing the nation's foreign-born population to 49.5 million. Environmental groups have generally been shy about criticizing immigrants as sources of pollution, with some going so far to say that even raising the question is racist. Artificial intelligence tools exploded in 2023. Ryan Lovelace reports ChatGPT brought AI to Americans' devices, sparking a boom in the development and use of generative AI tools that produce high-quality images, text, and video. ChatGPT reached its first million users in just 1 week, surpassing Instagram as the quickest app to do so, according to UBS. Software development platform GitHub also saw an uptick, saying it saw users creating twice as many generative AI projects for the first half of 2023 as compared to all of 2022. And finally, a former CIA agent claims in a new book that current and former American intelligence officials set aside objectivity as part of a politicization of the spy agency. Bill Gertz reports the book from John Gentry claims that the politicization first became an issue during the 1990s when CIA analyst Robert Gates ordered analysts to skew reports in favor of political narratives of elected officials. Gentry also warned that the politicization of the intelligence community, particularly the CIA, created a problem that still threatens American security. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcast. Just search Washington Times in your favorite podcast app. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.